Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. This video is my introduction for my next project pan, and I wanted to kind of up the ante from the last project pan I did, which was 15 by fall. I want to do 19 by New Year's. So I have 19 products in front of me, and I want to use them all up or hit goal on them before New Year's Day. And so instead of doing an update every 7 weeks like I did with my fall project pan, I'm going to do it every 4 or 5 weeks. I think in my last 7 weeks of my last project pan, I made a lot of progress, and I think it would have been more helpful to see in closer intervals. So I'm going to do them like maybe once a month until the end of the year. And a big theme for the products I have here are they are high-end products that I never reach for. And I don't know why that is. I spend money on these good quality products and then I never reach to them because I'm afraid of what? That I'm going to use them up? I don't know. I just, for some reason, I don't want to ever use them. But I paid more money for them than I did other like drugstore products that I use all the time. So I decided, instead of saving these for the special occasion, I am going to make my own special occasion, and that is this project pan. It is my special occasion that I'm going to wear all these products for. It was a quote from Pinterest, and it says, "Don't ever save anything for a special occasion. Being alive is the special occasion." And I thought that was a great way to look at it. I am not going to wait for these to go bad in my collection and wait for this random special occasion that I know I'm never going to actually have. When I have special occasions, I just use the makeup I use all the time because I know it's going to work. Some of them are products I haven't used a lot, and so I'm kind of starting from the beginning. And then I do have a couple products that are rolled over from my previous project pan. I just kind of want to get them out of my collection. And another thing is a lot of these are non-cruelty-free brands because I kind of want to like work through them and work them out of my collection. I have 19 products. So I'm going to try to be quick, and I'm just going to get started. The first one is Max Fix Plus. This is almost full, and I don't use this to spray on my face to set my makeup because I tend to get like more shiny, so I try to use mattifying setting sprays. I am going to save a tiny sample of it because I do want to find a cruelty-free dupe for Max Fix Plus next year when I can start buying makeup. I hear the Milani setting spray is really comparable to it, so I'm going to save a tiny sample of it in like a mini spray bottle and save that until next year so I can find a dupe. But I am going to try to use up this whole thing. I've had it for over a year, and I use it with eyeshadows. I used it with my eyeshadow today. I did kind of like a navy blue winged liner look. I think since it's wintertime coming, my skin's going to be a little bit drier. I could maybe use this as a like primer spray or in conjunction with my moisturizer just to make sure my skin is very like, you know, moisturized and ready for makeup so it doesn't get too dry during the winter. So I'm gonna have to get creative and use this up. The next two are foundations from my last project pan. They're the NARS Luminous Weightless foundation and the L'Oreal. I still have a little less than half of the NARS Luminous Weightless foundation, and I'm right there on the L'Oreal foundation. And I really just want to work these out of my collection. Neither of these brands are cruelty-free. I do like the NARS Luminous Weightless formula, and hopefully I can find one that is comparable to it, but I want to work those out of my collection. The next one is another non-cruelty-free brand. It is the Clinique Chubby Stick Highlighter. I still have a lot of this left. There is still a lot. But I'm actually really confident about this because I had a similar amount of product with my Benefit I keep saying WhatsApp cream highlighter, and I enjoyed using it, and I actually liked having a cream highlighter in my everyday makeup drawer, so I feel good about this, and I do want to use it up before it goes bad. I've had it for a long time, and so even though I technically decluttered this in my highlighter declutter video, I looked back and I realized like I don't exactly want to give this to somebody because I don't know when it will kind of go off, and I don't want to give someone something that's been in my collection for, you know, 2 years and is a cream product. I don't feel comfortable giving this to someone else, but it is something that I could see myself using up, so I thought I might as well just do that. And then I have some more non-cruelty-free brands. I have 2 products from NARS. This is the NARS Translucent Crystal Pressed Setting Powder, and if you can see, I've already hit pan on it, and I have a little bit of like the grid showing on the bottom. I use this to set my under eyes. I also sometimes use it to set my T-zone. I kind of want to work NARS out of my makeup collection. It's a shame they're not considered cruelty-free anymore. I'm gonna, you know, use this up, get my money's worth, and then, you know, get it out of my collection. And the other NARS product is a single shadow in the shade Himalaya. I do really like this shadow a lot, and if you can see, I've made a big dip. I would like to hit pan. I want to have this, like, obviously I'm not going to finish this whole thing by the end of the year, but maybe by the end of next year, so I kind of want to get some work on it and maybe hit pan if I can. This is a great all over the lid shade. I could easily use this like when I'm feeling lazy in the morning and I don't want to do anything crazy. I can just use one brush and put it all over my eyelid and blend it into my crease, and it'll work for that. I have a Kevyn Aucoin highlighter in the shade Candlelight, and this is a beautiful highlighter. It's very subtle, and I am wearing it today. It's a really great work appropriate highlighter. It's one that I enjoy using, but once again, because it's Kevyn Aucoin, I never use it, so it's like it's just sitting in my collection, so I might as well use it. I want to finish this up. I have, you know, a decent amount I've used it very evenly, so there's no pan, but I feel like it's further down in the pan, like there's less in there, so I could see myself using this up completely by the end of the year, hopefully. And it's one that I like using, and I can easily use it every day. However, when it's used up, it's a product that I just don't think I would repurchase, just because I can kind of find a highlighter like that in the drugstore. The Hard Candy Tiki Bronzer is very similar to that. I actually did a side-by-side swatch of those, in my highlighter declutter video, and they're basically the same. I have two bronzers here. This is the Chocolate Soleil Milk Chocolate Bronzer. I have a lot of pan in this, and there's really not a ton of product left in here. I'm definitely going to have to repress it if I want to use up the entire thing, but I've been holding on to this for... I hit pan on it over a year ago, and I'm just like scared to use it. Why? Because I'm going to use it up? Like I don't have enough bronzer in my collection? Like, no, I should use this up, enjoy it. Maybe if I really feel like I'm left wanting, I can buy it again, and a fresh one that's not like 3 years old, later on. I don't know why I'm not using it. Just use it up. I don't know. And then the other one is my Makeup Forever Bronze Fusion bronzer in the shade 20M. This was in my previous project pan. I have a ton of, you know, pan and work on this. I could see myself easily using this up by the end of the year. Makeup Forever is not a cruelty-free brand, so I kind of want to work it out of my collection. I have two Hourglass powders, and you probably saw these in my everyday makeup basket for this past month. I really like both of these, and I can easily incorporate these into my makeup routine in the morning. I have Diffuse Light and I have Dim Light. I'm gonna be honest with you, I just feel like I paid a lot for these, and they're just face powders. Something about them makes me feel like I don't understand the hype behind these. These were so popular a little while ago. They're really nice powders, so I'm going to use them up, but they're not ones that I would repurchase. So Diffuse Light is really great for under my eyes and sometimes setting my face, and Dim Light is actually a really great bronzer. It's like extremely subtle, but definitely warms up your complexion if you're very fair and you have trouble with bronzers that are always like too much on your skin, because it's really great, especially since it's such a thin and like, you know, lifelike powder. It definitely looks like skin when you put it on. It's a very natural bronzer, but also it's really great for blending down your neck and chest. I always have to blend down my neck and chest to make it match my face and kind of just give me some life overall, because I am so fair, and this is really great for that because it does have that like skin-like sheen, and it's thin, and it just deposits a little bit of color, so I could easily see myself using this up and enjoying it. Is it a necessity in my makeup collection? No, but I might as well use it, and I want to finish both of those by the end of the year. The next one I have is an eyeshadow palette, and I don't plan on, you know, panning this entire thing. What I want to do is I want to just try to hit pan on some shades. The more shades, the better. So I'm just going to try to use this as much as I can, which, you know, this is the perfect fall palette for me. It has a lot of beautiful colors. I really enjoy this palette. I really feel like I can make a lot of different looks with this, and this palette just kind of inspires me in a way, so I can see myself using it. I'm just going to try to use it as much as I can and maybe hit pan on a few shades. This is a very soft powdery formula. I feel like people hit pan on these shades very easily, and so who knows. I have some concealers. I do have the Erase Paste. This is from my project pan that I just finished, the 15 by Fall. You can see there's not much left. I really just want to work this out of my collection. Benefit is not cruelty free. I use it to color correct under my eyes, and I also use it kind of like as an eyeshadow primer. Granted, I definitely have to set it with like a very hardcore powder so that it doesn't move around, because it's a very creamy formula. And then I have two concealers. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer and the Tarte Shape Tape. I never use these. These are my two like most expensive concealers in my collection, and I like both of them, and especially the Urban Decay one. Like, this is definitely my winter shade, and I've had both of these for probably over a year, and I should use them. These are gonna go bad. They're gonna go bad fast and I spend a lot of money on these, I should use them. So the Naked Skin one, I don't think there's a ton left. Like, I can pretty much see through the tube. I don't think this is going to take me that long to use up, but the Tarte Shape Tape, I can actually use this as a foundation too. So I'm going to just try to get my money's worth out of these and use them up. I have 3 lip products. I have the Marc Jacobs lip liner in the shade Honey Bun, and I don't reach for this because it is like one of my more expensive lip pencils, but also I just don't ever think to reach for it. So it looks like that. Really nice peachy color. I don't love this formula. It's a drier formula, which I'm not crazy about. I'm not crazy about the like spin up lip liners because I feel like they break off very easily, so I have to be very careful. This is one that I can use all over my lips. I've had it for over a year, and part of me doesn't think to reach for it because it is a little bit more of a drier formula. I love the NYX lip liners. Those are really creamy and pigmented. This one is good. I want to use it up. I spent a lot of money on it, and I want to use it up before it like completely dries up. To go with that, I have an Ofra liquid lipstick. I think this is in the shade Laguna Beach. I use this quite often. It's a really great everyday lipstick. I could wear this to work every day. It's got a slightly like peachier pink, and I don't know, I feel like it's technically a neutral color for me, so I could see myself wearing this every day, and I just would like to get some use out of it. I've had this for 2 years, and I don't know, I want to get some use out of this before it goes bad. And I have a MAC lip primer. I have an Ulta lip primer that's like the same as this. Ulta is the cruelty-free version, of course. This one smells really good. It smells sweet, kind of like their lipsticks. I do like it, but I just never think to reach for it. It's like an extra step in my makeup routine that I never think about, so I'm going to pull it out and make sure I actually use it up. It's not cruelty-free, so I do want to work it out of my collection. And the last one is a brow pencil from Soap & Glory. It's the Archery 2-in-1 Brow, and it does have a gel on the other side, and I don't like the gel. It makes my eyebrows really crunchy. I don't care for that, so I don't use that side. I'm not like super crazy about the shape, but I've had this for a long time, and I don't want to buy any more eyebrow products until I use this up. I have this and the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade, and I just don't feel like I need anything else. Those two really cover the bases, so I want to use this up and then get to work on the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. I definitely understand like why people want to buy high-end products and why they want to spend more on brands, and sometimes it's the packaging, sometimes it is a better formula, sometimes it's just a personal preference. I understand that, but I don't understand why I personally spend money on these products and then never touch them. If you're doing a project pan too, let me know. I'd love to come and watch your videos. I really like watching videos like this. In the meantime, that's everything I have. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!